Well. Welcome back to Fireside Kit Chat. You're watching Kit TV. It's me, Kit, Kyle, all of those things. And yeah, as always, I hope that you're doing well at this time. At all times, honestly. And as usual, who knows when this video was taken? Okay. Do not look at the bottom left, and also don't look at me doing this. Nothing happened. Alright, nothing happened, nothing changed, and you definitely do not see the time. But the time is 2:22, and it might be that day, unless I'm doing that thing in Animal Crossing, where they time travel and skip forward. I wouldn't know anything about it, but then that would imply that the date is what it is, so maybe I do know something about it. Either way, time is an illusion, and I thank you for watching all these silly videos and allowing me to have space. We are coming up at the end of the month. God damn it, I'm talking about time again. Anyways, we're coming up on the end of the month of January, and I love being intentional. I love collecting my experiences together, putting them on the table side by side, comparing notes, seeing parallels, and discovering what there is to see when we frame our lives in such a way. So I invite you to do the same. You do not have to copy the things that I like to do, but certainly if they influence you in a positive direction, sounds good. If it's negative, my bad. But the intention is certainly positive. Yeah, when it comes to gaming for this last month, at the beginning of the new year itself, there's been a lot of Mario, juggling between two Paper Marios. Sticker Star is almost done, as I spoke about in the last stream, and 1000 Year Door, we're halfway through, around chapter 6 now, chapter 6. As for other games played, I've been actually playing a little bit of this game called Cocoon. It's an indie game that came out, I don't know, maybe 3 years ago or so. Not very long. I'm assuming it's going to be only 6 hours in length, but it does hit a very neat arrangement of buttons under the hood. Yeah, let's go with that. A certain amount of buttons under the hood are being hit. Besides from that, though, before I dive into me playing Cocoon, it has been nice playing it off and on. It's not like I've been doing it consistently, but when I do come back to it, I really like the way in which the puzzle system works, how you are a bug creature in a world where you can jump into a lake of water and it ends up being its own world, and then you can... It's really awesome. I encourage you to look up a trailer so you can kind of discover it for yourself. I don't want to reveal all the things I love about it, but I certainly do love it. I stood up because I thought, you know what, maybe let's focus on the fire that we have here. As always, the theme of Fireside Kit Chat is that there is some sort of fire in whatever video game world I choose to spend the video in. And this time, we are in the opposite of my usual preferred environments, which is complete darkness and rainbow lighting and inability, the ability to not see, the ability to not require light. This is not that. We are surrounded by flowers, and my favorite flowers are mums, not just in Animal Crossing, though that is where it began, but also in life. They are called, full name, chrysanthemums. And my favorites happen to be purples, indigos, and the pinks. They're just so pretty, side by side, as you can see. Things to appreciate, no? Slow living, slow things, sloth life. But saying the word sloth brings me over to... Well, actually, my thoughts branch in several directions. I'll choose one, though. Recently, I returned to replaying Pokemon Alpha Sapphire, which runs parallel to the two Paper Marios that I've been playing this month. I'm also playing two Pokemon games. Pokemon Shield, which I've been streaming. You can catch that on YouTube. And Alpha Sapphire, I returned to an old save file around 70 hours into. Beat Kyogre, caught Kyogre, and once they gave me the ability to fly with Latias over Hoenn, just started catching Pokemon that aren't even in the Hoenn Pokedex. It's crazy. Legendaries that are coming from rings from Hoopa. It's it feels really nice to go back to Hoenn and to remember the Pokemon team that I was building. We have a Mega Sableye named Rainbow with a heart. CC, our Gardevoir, also has a Mega Stone. Mallow, named after Mallow from Super Mario RPG, also has a Mega Stone. Another Pokemon on the team is Ninjask, Sakura, double team. Probably doesn't have Fury Cutter, but probably X Scissor. Just a bad time. Swords Dance, bad time. Bad time. Some of the Pokemon are so good that they have been boxed for the time being. Just because, like, why? Like, I could be, when it gets to the point, like, both Pokemon Shield and my Alpha Sapphire files get to the point where the Pokemon raise, I'm like, this Pokemon could actually just they could take on majority of the team. It's just for fun that I have 5 other Pokemon with me. And honestly, I really do love when I love my team so much, nicknames and all, that they reach that level. But Slakoth, the Sloth comes into the mix due to me thinking about Slakoth. I believe that is the only Sloth Pokemon that exists in the Pokemon franchise. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. I don't remember any others. Tons of other monkeys, but Sloths, no. Pretty sure there's just one. Great Pokemon. While I'm not raising one on this run, my friend certainly is on his, and if there's something that we could make a primary topic for this stream, or at least, sorry, for this Fireside Kit Chat, is memories that you may have of playing a game side by side. And while we could be talking about games that are multiplayer, I'm more interested in games that are primarily solo, that you then have a side-by-side conversation with someone else who is playing it through. So I'm talking about the Red Dead Redemptions, the Grand Theft Auto adventures that you then sometimes cross over into multiplayer, but you also have your own secluded, unique experience that you can pass notes with. The Pokemon series is great for that. It invites you to trade Pokemon so you can collect different ones that you don't have from the version that your friend has. Running through Halo, that's more of a couch co-op experience, but you know what, that could also enter into frame. Really, it's up to you, so feel free to share the answer if you wish. There is also the email. FiresideKitChat@gmail.com is the email that you can reach me at if you want to bring any topics into frame, video game related stuff, ask me a question. The door is open, and it certainly feels good to have the door open for the reasons that I certainly described before, but I'll say it again. It's my nostalgia for Nintendo Power, collecting the PlayStation Magazine. One of the best times of my life was when I had Nintendo Power, PlayStation Magazine. I didn't have an Xbox magazine, but I had one that was just general gaming. When I was subscribed to all 3 of those, while probably also listening to Podcast Beyond, which was one of the most popular PlayStation podcasts at the time when it existed. Since then, members of that podcast have split off to do their own different things. I believe it's Kind of Funny and Sacred Symbols. Either way, those journalists and those people who spoke to me and who I listened to at that time deeply influenced what I create today. Without question. So appreciation goes out to Colin Moriarty, one of the people who were a primary mind and definitely a lasting influence on how I perceive the gaming world and how I navigate it too. All that talk about leading with your wallet and how I even started the Fireside Kit Chats talking about your gaming backlog, asking us if we are truly just like overwhelmed with content. A lot of these ideas spin from that influence. Now, while there is a balloon in the sky, we're probably not going to go for it, mainly due to the fact that, well, if it lands, it's just going to land in flowers and then disappear. So that's on me, and it's a good on me. I'd rather have endless flowers and no balloon opportunities than less flowers and tons of free stuff I could get from this guy. It seems like a strange take, but it is the take I'm taking. That is the take I'm taking. For sure. As always, I appreciate this piece being made here and how seamless these videos are, and in terms of creating them and just kind of stepping into it, trusting that things will flow nicely. I don't know exactly what will come in the future. Now that we've kind of talked about the past, what got us here to this point in time, whether it's Fireside Kit Chats, whether that's the games I've been playing this month, and whether that's just, I don't know, thoughts moving in general, whatever. Now we're looking forward to the future. What is on the horizon for my gaming in the future? I'm certainly quite excited to pick up a new game, actually. It depends. It all depends on the price range, connecting back to the whole leading with your wallet thing. This game came out probably 2 or 3 years ago, so the price should have gone down. I'm hoping, and I still have not gone over to my local game shop to check on Super Mario Bros. Wonder. But when I do, I'll also be looking out for the Pokemon Snap sequel, which I can't remember the name. I don't think it was a numbered sequel. I just think they said new Pokemon Snap. I don't know what they did. Either way, I loved the original. I'd beat that game in one sitting. You can do it in one sitting around 6 hours or so, maybe 5, if you know where all the secrets are. But if you don't know where all the secrets are, you might never beat that game, because it's tricky. Tricky game to read. For those that don't know, Pokemon Snap came out on the N64. It is a sideline Pokemon game, but it tasks you with using a camera to discover new things and you know, get a closer idea for Professor Oak of what Pokemon are in their natural habitats. So basically, it's like a living Pokedex experience. Really good stuff. Some of my strongest core memories are in that game, and I can hear all of the sounds, all the ways in which the Pokemon cried, the tricky ways that you had to get the best photo. I know I'll certainly have a good time playing that, and ideally, we're looking at that 30 to 50 price range, but if we don't get that, you know, that's okay. That wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Not in the slightest. Well, yeah, everybody, as far as things go for us, I'm going to actually do something unique. I'm going against the grain on this one, really going against the grain. We're going to do a shorter episode of Fireside Kit Chat this time. Not the longest that we've done, not the shortest, but something that's right in the middle. I'm aiming for 13 minutes and 33 seconds, so we're pretty close. As far as things go, once again, thank you for watching. If you've gotten this far in the video, I really appreciate you. I appreciate all who watch for any length of time, but if you made it this far, you're getting that extra. As for the future, yeah, I'll return in probably 5 days, 5 to 7 days. That's usually how the Fireside Kit Chats come out. As for other content, you can always just check Kit TV. And speaking to the future again, let's aim for something, a new type of video in the future for February. Cheers, everybody.